And we welcome you to E.F.W live from the spiritual home at the compound. I'm Max Radix alongside my broadcast partner, the immortal former NEW World Heavyweight Champion, Erwin. And what a night we have tonight.
And we begin quite ceremoniously on a hunt for a new champion.
Absolutely, yeah. Just in case you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of background information. We will eventually have a brand new championship right here in the E.F.W, and the tournament for the new European title begins tonight. We will have two fatal four-way matches in the course of this night to determine the next stage of competition for the European title. The winner of this match will face the winner of the next fatal four-way. There will be a triple threat next week, and the winner of that match will face the winner of the two fatal four-ways to determine a new European champion here in the E.F.W. It's going to be strong competition, though, and some great competitors involved.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Of course, eight men in total fighting tonight for that opportunity.
At least 3 more to come after that as well. So, you know, there's a lot of interest in this much coveted historic European Championship. Through obviously this championship has been created because we only have the one heavyweight title for the men's division in the E.F.W, and it was felt at a boardroom level that the men needed something else to compete for. The European title was suggested, and this tournament has come from that. Both fatal four-ways as well tonight, we can confirm, will be a TLC. So you can only really imagine the kind of brutality we're going to see in E.F.W tonight. We'll also see, ladies and gentlemen, the women's title on the line. It will be a one-on-one, a classic E.F.W one-on-one between Farrier and Sakamoto Dixon for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. That could be quite a match.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Is this Dixon's night, Erwin? I have to ask you, is this the night that Sakamoto Dixon finally topples the fighting champion Farrier?
Well, I think we've all been surprised with Farrier's ability so far. Again, we didn't know anything about her coming in, and she seems to have taken the women's division by storm.
Surprised the world over 40 days as women's champion after defeating Rachel Romey in that submission match such a long time ago. Sakamoto Dixon has never had a one-on-one match against the champion. Tonight she gets that opportunity she's waited for since she arrived in the E.F.W. The woman that many people have touted to be the next big thing in women's wrestling tonight gets her chance.
And we are hoping to kick off soon, but of course we're having some technical difficulties. No stranger to that. I thought we'd seen the end of this, but it seems not.
Yeah, apparently tonight E.F.W's Techno Monkeys will be whipped by Adrian Goldman unmercifully.
Oh, most definitely.
He does not suffer these kind of issues lightly. I can hear a lot of swearing going on in the back at the moment. We will try and bring you our first match, which is of course that fatal four-way TLC, the first of 2 we will see tonight. Crazy Hammer, the Dog, Snake and Dallas Rage are in the first fatal four-way. I mean, that's a tremendous match in its own right. I mean, just to talk about that a little bit more, while we are hoping to sort out these technical difficulties, Erwin, I mean, if Crazy Hammer and the Snake are focused in the match and not focused about killing each other, which does kind of happen every time they're in the ring with each other. I mean, Crazy Hammer had a lot to do with Snake's early exit from the Elimination Chamber for the E.F.W World Heavyweight title. If you didn't see Destruction, watch it. It was amazing. I'm going to plug it again.
It was an incredible Elimination Chamber, and again, Snake probably wanting to make up for being put out there first. Which I think,
I mean, so many surprises in that match, but that was definitely right up there. The 7-time world champion, the man with the most experience in that title-based scenario, was the first eliminated. It was a shock heard around the world. It was a Reaper, the former E.F.W World Heavyweight Champion.
Huge shock indeed.
Who eliminated him. You have to wonder, Erwin, whether there'll be any recompense for that down the roads from Magnum Opus, because they never forget.
Well, it's a very good point, and of course the Reaper now finds himself in the NEW ring, where, if I do say so, Magnum Opus as a trio essentially hold the ground at the moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, Vega's #1 contender. Vega and Weaver are already tag team champions. I mean, you know, I think almost certainly Rick Weaver's going to be put him on the high-ranking belt divisions once the reshuffle's over.
Yeah, and of course we haven't seen Snake gain any backup in the E.F.W ring, at least as of yet.
That's a really good point as well, Erwin. Yeah, Snake has gone it alone in the E.F.W, which, you know, like him or not, is something to his credit. And I believe I'm getting past a note here from some backstage official telling me that we are now looking like we have sorted out our technical difficulties. We do apologise for the break in our broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to kick it off with a hellacious TLC against, well, two of the veterans of the E.F.W and two of E.F.W's homegrown talents in the Dog and Dallas Rage. And Dallas Rage, who feels he's been ignored in the E.F.W title picture and took out his frustrations last week against a very unfortunate Bone, who's in the other Fatal 4-Way tonight, luckily not in this one for Dallas Rage.
Well, but they could very well meet.
Oh, that's a great point, yeah. I mean, if Dallas Rage was to win this TLC and Bone pulled a shocker and won the other TLC we had tonight, then, well, yeah, we could have a bit of a grudge match on our hands, but the same could be said for Snake and just about anybody.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
The Dogs had his issues with Isaac Thompson. They had a tremendous first blood match, I seem to remember, not too long ago.
And an intense triple threat match with the Reaper, who quite frankly decimated the both of them. Of course,
oh, yeah.
Not without them getting their own shots in. And we are finally ready to kick off
yes,
the E.F.W conflict.
Here we are, Crazy Hammer in his iconic I Got Over t-shirt, stands in at 5'7" and 249 pounds from Tokyo, Japan. The veteran Crazy Hammer wasn't successful in his hunt for the E.F.W title. I feel in my heart of hearts he has unfinished business there. But what a European champion this guy would make, Erwin, with his background in Japan and all over the world. I mean, he would be a natural fit for such an international championship.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, as his shirt clearly states, he got over here, and I think there's a lot of that crowd right there that would want to see him as the first European champion.
I think he could make a phenomenal European champion, Crazy Hammer, although, you know, to show no bias here in our slightly new look ring, the same could be said for any of these men. They're all four of our top guys, I would say, in NEW today, undoubtedly. And we welcome the Dog, trained by the legendary Al Snow, 6'3", 220 pounds, from the great wrestling county of Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah,
I know he's one of your favourites.
What a place to come from when it comes down to wrestling. Of course, the Dog, trained by Al Snow, as we've been told. Incredible wrestler in his own right.
You gotta believe that if he's from Memphis, that Jerry had something to do with it somewhere down the line.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
And next time I see Al, I'm going to ask him about that.
And of course, with the speed he has, that may play an advantage.
A huge, that's a really good point as well, Erwin. The Dog is hands down, I would say, the quickest man in this match. No disrespect to the other three guys who were all incredibly gifted athletes, but the Dog is just that little step quicker. Dallas Rage, of course, for his size, is not exactly a slow guy. Crazy Hammer and this man. Whenever he damn well pleases, to be fair. Snake.
Yeah, in pitch black. Oh,
here we go. Always leaves you wanting more. 6'2", 250 pounds, a lean 250. The 7-time world champion from Brooklyn, New York, District 13. We welcome Snake, the leader. Well, is he the leader or is he the manager of Magnum Opus?
Very good question. I mean, I think if you were to ask Vega who the leader was, I think Vega would say Vega because it's Vega, but Snake is the only man who's ever got that man to team up with anyone.
It's a very, again, you know, you're full of good points tonight.
I did try.
Vega has never teamed with anyone except until this man came along, and now that trio, as you said earlier, Erwin, really the dominant force in NEW right now. Snake has been competing to get himself back into ring shape here in E.F.W, and he's really been at the top of the card since the moment he's come into the ring, which you would expect from a guy of his pedigree and experience. And obviously the E.F.W backstage officials are more than happy to have veterans like him and Crazy Hammer around to help these new guys, you know, get to grips with this business. Dallas Rage.
Well, yeah, it's a steep learning curve here at E.F.W, but if you get it, you get it.
This guy gets it. 6'4", always in a rush. From San Antonio, Texas, 290 pounds. Furious about what he sees as a snub in the NEW title run. He is determined, Dallas Rage Irwin. Absolutely determined to be European champion.
Well, yeah, we've heard a lot from this guy recently about how he is not happy that he's been left out of opportunities as of late. However, finally given one, I can bet he is intent on proving himself here tonight.
Oh, Dallas Rage feels he has nothing to prove, but is determined to do so tonight.
Here we go.
I think he has a point in fact. Oh, and immediately Snake and the Crazy Hammer going at it.
Well, no surprise there. Crazy Hammer straight off the bat going for Snake.
A suplex.
Taking it straight to the outside.
And a DDT by the Dog to Rage on the inside. But yeah, I mean, if we go back to their little rivalry, Erwin, they're still technically one apiece in their singles competition. We never had the decider. Not yet, anyway.
Well, no, they always seem to end up in these kind of matches. But that probably suits them just fine.
Oh!
Snap suplex on the outside by Snake.
A tremendous body slam suplex by the Dog and a drop kick to the spine on the inside. It's pretty clear that both these men have their preferred targets tonight. Oh! So far, anyway.
I thought Snake was looking to take this out to the wood there. But he's found a table instead.
Oh, he found the wood eventually, Erwin. It just came in different forms.
The Dog's found a chair, rams it into Rage as he gets back in the ring.
And that's some wily skills there from the veteran. He brought the weapons into the ring and then got out the way just to cheap shot Crazy Hammer as he got back in with that backdrop. That is classic Snake. The Dog with that table.
Yeah, the Dog has utilised the weapon.
My words. Wow, you give the Dog a bone and he will use it. Oh!
Of course, all of these weapons excess. It's really the ladders that are important.
Yeah, you can't quite see it in this shot, ladies and gentlemen, but of course the traditional briefcase is there as Snake is suplexed on a table by his nemesis, the crazy, incredibly over Crazy Hammer.
I think Snake rolled into those ladders.
I think you're right.
There.
Oh,
Rage is back on his feet.
Oh, vicious left by Rage.
Jab there.
Oh. Well, shades of the Nature Boy. That vicious knife hand chop across the. Yeah, I heard that from here in our sweatbox.
He's got hold of a chair.
Oh.
To the knee of the Dog, and again.
You know, I looked it up, Erwin. If it gets more than like 39 degrees in this room, we can actually go home legally.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's a little bit cooler today, but not much.
Oh, Irish whip by Snake to the Hammer, right on the outside.
To Hammer.
Well, it's pretty clear those two guys have some unfinished business, Erwin.
Well, yeah, I don't even think they care that there's a title on the line here. Interestingly, no one has gone for those ladders yet.
You know, I've heard that Magnum Opus are thinking about recruiting a fourth member to their supergroup. They've kind of got.
have it in Jimmy Falcon now.
Yeah, I mean Jimmy Falcon's not exactly a willing member. I mean he's just now a client of Snake after Snake won his contract not too long ago on NEW.
Well, I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the weeks to come.
Dog and Dallas Rage. in the ring, still duking it out themselves.
Oh, Crazy Hammer power bombing. Oh my god! And just tearing apart Snake there.
Oh, that brutality between the two, well documented. Decades of feuding between Crazy Hammer and Snake. Oh, they're basically Japan's answer to Terry Funk and Jerry Lawler.
Seems that way.
Decades of beating the living hell out of each other.
Still going back and forth. Dog interrupting possibly for those chair shots earlier on. Oh, what an elbow drop.
Dallas Rage is in no man's land after a vicious neck breaker, it should be said, from the Dog earlier in this matchup, just catching his breath on the outside. So this is in effect that right now, ladies and gentlemen, a triple threat. The Dog imposing his will on both Crazy Hammer and the Snake on the outside. Vicious,
quite a good job of
vicious knee, yeah, he took out Crazy Hammer there with that vicious knee, and Snake capitalised into that barrier, rights and lefts. Oh, and again ribs. And the Dog smashing right into that barrier, and Snake isn't finished. Just for and a kick to the head. He has a nasty streak a mile long.
Word, Crazy Hammer went for a run at Dallas Rage and just got an arm drag for his troubles.
Yeah, Crazy Hammer right into those steel steps, a part of his body connected to that steel. Hammer could be in trouble here, cradling his back a little bit there as Snake kicks him once or twice just for good measure.
Oh, the Dog reversing Dallas Rage there.
Oh dear Lord!
What a German.
On the outside.
And still those ladders have yet to come into play in this match.
Wafer thin.
Oh well, never mind. Snake just found the ladders.
With his legs as Hammer. Oh my God! My Jesus!
Gut wrench suplex onto the steel steps.
Well, as that was happening, Dallas Rage just powerbombed the Dog into the steel guardrail. He could have broke the Dog's spine. That was horrific.
Getting another set of ladders.
Holy shit, that was... I don't know how the Dog is standing.
Setting them up here.
Do not look. Did you see that, Erwin? I know you were watching Snake and Hammer.
I missed it completely.
Oh man, yeah, you wait till you see the replay. That was insane. I have no earthly idea how the Dog is even standing here. Oh, what a vicious match.
Absolutely brutal.
Well, it's Extreme Force Wrestling for a reason.
Well, yeah, that's right.
These
four
guys
are just beating the living hell out of one another.
All for a chance, Erwin. All for a chance at the European title.
Well,
only one of these men will progress. Three of our best are going home with nothing tonight.
Oh wait, Snake was looking for something, did not succeed as Dallas Rage just powered out.
All four of these men choosing to keep that ladder exactly where it is, which doesn't bode well. In my opinion,
not for Crazy Hammer.
Oh, it's Hammer. Hammer's on the ladder. Dallas Rage finally. Well,
Dog getting in the ring, still looking at Hammer here.
Yeah, the Dog with bad intentions.
Goes up top.
Oh my! Oh, Jesus! Splash! Frog splash! Crazy Hammer right through that ladder. Has broke the ladder in half.
Just buckled underneath him. The stage crew remove it from the area for safety purposes.
Wow. That was insane frog splash by the Dog. And now Snake with a steel chair to Rage, and Crazy Hammer finishing the job goes right back to Crazy Hammer. The hatred he has for that man.
Here goes the Dog.
He doesn't even care. Snake doesn't even care.
Oh, he realises now. Because this is the first time anyone's touched that briefcase, those pesky clasps.
Yeah, those clasps are not easy to get. Certainly at height, the Dog's still holding on here. Snake needs to get this guy off that ladder quickly, otherwise the Dog's going to progress in this European Championship tournament. Finally, the Dog releases the clasps. Snake been
trying to catch some breath.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's been in a fight himself tonight. Let's be honest. I think Dallas Rage cheap shotted him on the way back in as well. Crazy Hammer is amazingly back to his feet, but is thrown unceremoniously right back out the ring by his nemesis. Dallas Rage is going up the hard way, and Snake's trying to push over the ladder.
Well, Dallas Rage tried that just a second ago, realising he was too. Oh my word!
Snake couldn't push over the ladder with the combined weight of Rage and the dog on it. This is indeed awesome. What a match at the compound to kick off E.F.W tonight.
The dog's going for it again. Dallas Rage tried to push that over before, but he was a bit too fatigued. He's completely out of it now after that manoeuvre off the top.
This is our first match, Owen. This is our
just
first
decapitated Crazy Hammer on the outside. Now looks to interfere with the dog's chances once again.
A club to the back by the dog.
Dog's holding on though. Rage is somehow still up after that tumble from the top, and for some reason Snake leaves. The dog alone, perhaps seeing Rage come in.
Rage, determined, once again climbs that ladder, and it's Rage and the dog.
Oh, the dog's fallen. It could be Rage.
Rage wants this more than anyone in that ring, I truly believe.
A lot of time to work that clasp. Those locks.
Snake's trying to get there, the dog's body is in the way. Snake seems to be watching. Crazy Hammer just catching his breath. I don't think Snake has got too much left.
There may very well be a lot of fatigue here. Oh, shot to the back. And another. And now the dog's going up the other side.
Yeah, certainly enough. Oh, that was kind of a double shot there from both the dog and as Snake, Hammer's back up. I don't know how. And now both Snake and Crazy Hammer working together there. Oh,
you don't see that.
Oh my words! Holy hell, Snake, Crazy Hammer and Snake just for a brief moment anyway. We're a
brief.
Deadly team as the dog just got power bombed onto that ladder.
And now Snake looking to get at that briefcase.
Climb the ladder, old man.
Crazy Hammer is up.
Oh, I knew it would come down to this. At some point we knew this was going to happen.
Oh,
job.
And another.
Oh.
Another. Crazy Hammer
vicious,
stumbling.
Vicious shots.
Rage trying to push that ladder over. Can't
Trying.
do it. Still just not enough energy left.
Yeah, I think Dallas Rage is feeling the effects of this hellish opening matchup tonight. This TLC to determine who will go forward in the European Championship tournament. Dallas Rage is climbing the ladder as Snake still struggling to. Oh, what a vicious right forearm by Dallas Rage, and still shots to the head.
Everyone else is down.
Unceremoniously throw Snake to the ground. Sorry, Owen.
No, there's so much going on. The dog is back in. Does he have the time to finish what he started?
And it's Dog and Rage. They're two E.F.W homegrown talents.
Rage fighting back.
Both these men overlooked for the NEW title.
Not wanting to say no.
Both these men feel like they've got a point to prove, and they are fighting tooth and nail on the top of that ladder. Rage finally gets the better of it. You would expect that for a man who weighs 290 pounds. And now Snake's on one side and Crazy Hammer's on the other. Snake climbs the ladder one more time, and those knife and chops to Rage. Throws him off that ladder again. Crazy Hammer's gone for Rage. I'm not sure how wise that is.
Oh, very unwise if you ask me. And Snake has a lot of
gut-wrench powerbomb. What strength at this stage of the game from Crazy Hammer.
However,
he's going right back for his nemesis.
Another chop. Oh wait, dog from the other side. Tears Snake off the ladder. Crazy Hammer is going. Wait, another alliance for a moment here.
Finally pushed the ladder down. Electric chair drop to Crazy Hammer. The ladder has, the only ladder we have that hasn't been broken in half, has been thrown out the ring, and Snake is the last man standing. Dallas Rage, the dog, and Crazy Hammer are all down. There's no ladder in sight. Snake finally gets it back. That's where it landed, Erwin.
Oh my God.
Just think of how much velocity that man went into when that ladder left that ring.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Everyone else still down.
I don't think Snake can believe his luck.
Oh wait, the dog is back up on the outside here.
Well, so is the ladder. Snake managed to get it up, but didn't manage to climb it. Oh, what a face buster by the dog. Is this enough?
Well,
From
Rage
nowhere.
is up now.
Snake's done all the work, but dog can't steal it here.
Well, he thinks he's going to be quick enough to get it from Rage. Crazy Hammer's in. And the double team once again to remove the ladder.
And the dog once again hanging on that briefcase.
Oh, the Snake grabbing him.
Oh my word, electric chair right on the ladder.
And that's the second shot the dog has taken onto that ladder from that height.
Dear Christ. Head bounced off the back of it. What a sickening shot.
Dallas Rage just destroying Crazy Hammer on the outside. Snake once again.
You see the smile on his face as he saw the beating that Crazy Hammer was taking on the outside from Dallas Rage.
But Rage once again back in. Does he have enough time?
It's like it. Dallas Rage, determined. I said it before, Erwin. Determined to prove his worth. Outraged about being overlooked. Is this Rage's moment?
The dog back in.
The dog.
My word.
What a match. When will it end?
Well, it will be sudden, I can assure you of that. The dog not wanting it to be Dallas Rage.
All four of these men have had their hands on that briefcase. All four of these men have weakened those clasps. Who will be the last lucky strike? Roll of the dice. It's Dallas Rage. That's who it is.
Didn't have quite enough stamina to keep going there. You can see him trying to catch his breath.
The dog did everything he could.
What a brutal match that was.
Absolutely. Look at that frog splash. Well, neck breakers off the ladder. A super kick from Snake on the outside. We don't see that often.
Face plant there.
Face plant. Vicious face plant. I'm hoping it shows a powerbomb into the guardrail from Dallas Rage. It doesn't look like it. There was that match was just a walking, talking highlight reel. What a way to kick off E.F.W. tonight. Conflict, my word.
Well, yeah,
was it a conflict?
While, but we started off with a bang.
Holy hell, what a match that was. That was worth the wait. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're not wasting any time here. We're getting right back to our next TLC between Ray Sullivan, Isaac Thompson, Kobayashi and Bourne. Now, obviously, Dallas Rage won the last TLC, so the winner of this one, ladies and gentlemen, will face Dallas Rage next week at E.F.W. Destruction.
Well, yeah, whoever it is, I can't wait for that match. Thankfully, they're giving them a week rather than putting them in tomorrow night, because I imagine after that one that the next one's going to be just as ferocious, and both men are going to need that time to recuperate, to have a proper match.
Well, yeah, I mean, tomorrow night, of course, we will have the next three men in the European tournament duking it out. So eventually, we will have three final contenders for the European. Oh, wait a minute!
Something's happening backstage.
Well, this is very unusual for E.F.W. Oh, more so than EW. And Green Girl Dynamite and Morgan Morales are duking it out. These two guys had their issues, Erwin.
Well, yeah. It all stemmed from that women's tag team tournament to determine who got the shot for those tag team championships. These two, the promising team from E.F.W. that managed to go right to the semi-finals, and then Morgan Morales just seemed to let Green Girl Dynamite get pinned by the enforcers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of NEW, you know the score at this point. We'll take a quick commercial break. We do not commentate unsanctioned matches. It's a ruling by Adrian Goldman, so we'll see you after the end of this fight. Well, Green Girl Dynamite may have started it, but Morgan Morales finished it. That might have been one of the most brutal backstage brawls I have ever seen.
Absolutely incredible. Of course, we're not allowed to commentate over these things anymore. The boss wanting these things to be settled in the ring, and as such, if they're not going to obey the rules, then we're not allowed to voice over it, essentially. But
well,
my word, that's clearly not over.
Clearly not over. I think I don't think I've ever seen Morgan Morales and Green Girl Dynamite fight so aggressively. That friendship has turned into pure hatred, Erwin. That needs to be settled in the ring before those two ladies seriously hurt each other.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, wow. I mean, what else can be said? Ladies and gentlemen, we still have another TLC match to get through here tonight. This is the second round of the European Championship tournament, and it is Ray Sullivan, Isaac Thompson, Kobayashi and The Bone. The winner of this match will face Dallas Rage, and the winner of the triple threat tomorrow will face both Dallas Rage and the winner of this TLC for the European Championship.
It's hell of a match.
It's complicated. It's not that complicated, damn it. We'll have one more match and then we'll have 3 number 1 contenders, which is generally what happens here in E.F.W. Absolute insanity. We've got 2 wildcards in this match tonight, though, and I'd like to talk about that. Both Kobayashi and The Bone.
Well, yeah, you could
surprise entrance into this one after the 4 big hitters we had in the first Fatal 4-way. But this man is a thoroughbred. Ray Sullivan, 6'5", 250 pounds, originally from Kingston, Jamaica, the 2-time All-American. It's hard time paying Owen. It's Ray Sullivan.
Well, this indeed could be his chance to cement this legacy here in E.F.W.
He's won championships everywhere he has competed. He is the most decorated amateur wrestler in either E.F.W. or NEW. It's history, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Sullivan He's accomplished everything he has set his mind to. He was a whisper away, a millisecond away from being NEW World Heavyweight Champion. He did everything except win the title. Well, tonight he has a chance against one of the men he was in that hellacious elimination chamber with, Isaac Thompson, 6'4", 259 pounds from Bucharest, Romania, who was once again, Owen, a whisper away from defeating the Reaper. Just couldn't quite get it done. It was, of course, Nelson who pinned the former champion. Thompson was eliminated by his old enemy, the Reaper. But how close did he come once again?
Well, that's it. These two, possibly the closest nearly men in E.F.W, the ones that have been the closest to that big gold and not quite succeeded, therefore probably the ones with the best odds of obtaining that European Championship.
Ray Sullivan and Isaac Thompson would both make great E.F.W World Heavyweight Champions, but any title is, of course, an honour here in E.F.W. And the European Championship must convert it. And here we are, Kobayashi with... Has
he got a TV championship? How the hell has he managed to do that?
Well, Kobayashi, the only television champion in E.F.W history with the TV title around his waist.
No, hang on a second. That's part of his t-shirt. That's a design on his t-shirt. That's not even a real championship. Well, only Kobayashi. I mean, he's been touting this for weeks now. And they won't give him a belt.
That's fantastic.
He's put it on his shirt.
Oh, come on, Owen. Everybody knows that Kobayashi is the true TV champion here in E.F.W. Kobayashi is the man. He's the only man to ever have held the television championship, the much converted television championship in E.F.W.
Well, he did have the longest reign when he did actually have it, but since then he's been trying to get back into the swing of things.
That's a
tremendous opportunity for him. I mean, look at that, it doesn't even go around the back.
That is great. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh God! Right, well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, after the entrance of the TV champion Kobayashi,
you're gonna have to stop calling him that. He doesn't have a belt. Throwing it on does not count.
Born 5'10", 240 pounds, our first African competitor here in the E.F.W from Ghana.
And what an incredible performance he's put on.
Oh, tremendous.
He's only had, what, 2 matches?
2 matches, yeah. His first was a victory as well.
An overwhelming victory, which we did not expect.
Was it Kobayashi?
I can't actually honestly remember who was...
I know his second match wasn't as successful against Dallas Rage, when Dallas Rage manhandled him.
Well, yeah, that was... Yeah, it was Kobayashi.
In that table match.
Kobayashi looked to have quite a strong start, but the speed and agility of Bourne was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, track athlete in his native Ghana, the Bourne, a tremendous athlete in his own right, still new to E.F.W, has found his feet quickly, however, and what a victory it would be for the Bourne tonight if he could move forward in the European Championship hunt. The Bourne could make an impression real quickly if he won a TLC against a former television champion, Owen, and Isaac Thompson and Ray Sullivan.
This is going to be one hell of a match. Of course, we've already had one and an incredibly brutal interference backstage. Bourne quickly sliding out of the ring there.
There's our second,
Thompson coming after him.
Our second of our 2 TLCs here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You will also see the women's title on the line right here tonight at the Conflict from the compound. Sullivan and Kobayashi battling on the outside. Thompson not wasting any time and bringing the table right back into this ring. And these 4 guys have got quite a task ahead of them.
Yeah, Kobayashi wanting to go for a shot in on Bourne after that loss, of course.
Well, Isaac Thompson straight to Ray Sullivan with a flying lariat on that wood, and Ray Sullivan already in trouble. The 2 big hitters fighting on the outside. Bourne and Kobayashi on the inside. Flying knee, shades of Harley Race.
Sullivan is just going to work on Isaac Thompson out there.
And Bourne setting up that table on the inside. He's reminded, of course, he learnt pretty quickly about tables in his last match against Dallas Rage.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I just think if Bourne won this match, Dallas Rage winning the first fatal 4-way, and then of course the winner of that triple threat. An interesting turn of events it could be in E.F.W.
Definitely. Kobayashi back on the roll against Bourne in the ring.
You got to ask yourself as well, Erwin, who needs this the most? All four of these guys have been such big kneely men for such a long time. I mean, Isaac Thompson and Ray Sullivan, you were right, they're so close to winning the top title, but
I would honestly argue
three of them.
Out of all four men, Kobayashi needs this the most. I mean, of course, his amazing downfall through NEW back into E.F.W. Oh, and now through a table by the looks of it. Bourne. Can he get him up? Yes.
Oh my word, Bourne. Learned fast as this kid from Ghana, powerbombing Kobayashi right through that table. Meanwhile, Thompson and Sullivan still battling on the pine. Thompson getting the better of Sullivan a bit, it has to be said, after a couple of vicious high-impact manoeuvres, and there's no mats out there, ladies and gentlemen. Sullivan will be feeling that, I can promise you. Oh!
Bourne just working Kobayashi with that chair in the ring. But Kobayashi seems to have woken up. Perhaps not.
Oh my word!
Oh, what a slam!
Arm drag slam by Isaac Thompson onto Ray Sullivan, barely missing the steel guardrail, but Sullivan landed hard on that pinewood floor.
Thompson thinks he's done enough damage. Returning to the ringside area.
Wow, Sullivan is up. I do not know how is Sullivan getting back up after that. Wow. He's running, Owen. He's running to the ring. The power of Ray Sullivan.
It's almost unbelievable. Going straight for that chair.
Well,
wedged it in the ring.
If I was Isaac Thompson, I would get out of that ring real quickly. Oh, goes right for the big man, cashing a few checks. That steel chair still in the corner.
Bourne. Oh wait, Bourne caught Sullivan going round and
oh,
collides. Oh wait.
Oh my word!
Straight into that chair that he set up just a few moments ago.
Bourne went head first into that chair after Sullivan just flat out outpowered him. Goes right back to Thompson. Flying lariats.
Powerhouses left alone in the ring.
What a flurry by Ray Sullivan. Thompson has pissed off, hard time paying Ray Sullivan. Sugarfoot ain't gonna be happy about this, I can tell you that, Owen.
Oh no, lifting up the big man.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's he doing here?
Changing his mind. Oh!
Perhaps he saw Kobayashi getting up.
Tremendous power though. Once again by Sullivan.
Oh!
What an athlete.
Now using the table on Isaac Thompson.
Sullivan has got a mean streak a mile long and has got all the ability in the world. Isaac Thompson may have picked a fight with the wrong guy if you ask me tonight.
Kobayashi now is going to work on Bourne, returning some receipts.
Steel chair to Bourne, who might break a few before this night is over. Isaac Thompson into the table, Ray Sullivan right back on the attack.
Oh, what's he looking for here? Oh, no, just catapults him into that table.
Almost a snake eyes right into the table.
Misses with the elbow somehow. Thompson gets out the way.
I think the fractured end of that table, which is being removed as we speak, I think it just tripped Sullivan on his entrance to the elbow. But whatever happened, Thompson has taken advantage here. A power slam and a headbutt to Sullivan. That unusual offense from Isaac Thompson. We've seen that before,
but it works. Somehow, Ray Sullivan is still getting back to his feet.
How does he do it? The amount of punishment he's taken already. Hard time pain should be out.
The ladders are finally being sent into the ring. Thompson and Bourne.
Yeah, Kobayashi has been manhandled by the rookie on the outside. The TV champion finally getting back to his feet.
Oh, Bourne utilising
The self-proclaimed
ladders.
TV champion. Oh my words!
A collision of 3 men. Sullivan,
Wow.
I think Sullivan went for a chair shot. Bourne went to reverse Kobayashi, and they all got a little piece of everything there.
Wow, that was a.
What a collision!
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. Ray Sullivan and Kobayashi.
Oh, and Sullivan again, the first to his feet out of all 4 men.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. The strength, the power, the resilience
Was looking
of Ray Sullivan.
to climb a very slow and steady step.
But remember, Erwin, this is the first time that briefcase has been touched. The clasps, the difficulty of those clasps.
Oh,
Ray
yeah,
Sullivan
we
has
saw
not
how-
won this one.
We saw how long it took in the last match to actually finally release that briefcase.
This one will be no easier. The Bourne showing an incredible amount of heart in his 3rd match, ladies and gentlemen, in the E.F.W. He's gone from a singles match to a tables match to a TLC. It has been a baptism of fire for Bourne.
Well, Thompson and Kobayashi there. Oh wait, Kobayashi happy to leave Bourne hanging for a moment as he eliminates Isaac Thompson from the equation.
You have to admit that was a veteran manoeuvre there by Kobayashi. I mean, inverted DDT to get Thompson out the way, and then a great electric chair shot back to the Bourne. That was ring presence by Kobayashi, the
Very
veteran in
clever.
this match, by a long stretch of the way. Oh my word! Well, counter that, Kobayashi.
Sullivan reintroducing himself with those ladders,
And Isaac Thompson.
ending that quickly with the table.
Wow, what a match! Both these TLCs tonight, both different,
And
both
another
great,
ladder shot.
both for a chance at European Championship gold in E.F.W.
And who is it that's going to cement their spot in that opportunity?
Sullivan again, the 2nd time with his hands on that case. The only man to actually go for the case so far.
He's had Bourne. I think Bourne got his hands on it only briefly though.
I stand corrected.
Thompson and Sullivan and Kobayashi here going
Battling. Kobayashi and Isaac Thompson had to double team Ray Sullivan to get him off the top of that ladder. That was amazing.
Trying to push the ladder over. No look, Bourne deciding to help him there, but not before cutting him off before he can turn on him perhaps.
Oh wait a minute, electric chair. Oh, barely missing that ladder. Barely.
And going back to Kobayashi. Kobayashi getting there sooner though.
Oh wait a minute, Sullivan's got that ladder Erwin again. Oh, he's changed his mind. I think he just wants to hurt. Oh wait a minute.
Oh, he was going for Kobayashi
Oh,
because
no.
he was still standing.
No. Oh, atomic drop. Atomic drop just for a second there. I thought I was going to slam him right on that ladder. I wouldn't put it past Ray Sullivan, the mood he's in tonight.
Well, he's been clearing house. But can he get to that? Can he get to that briefcase and get it loose?
I mean, I know you.
Wait.
My word.
I think he's got something else
Oh,
in
yeah.
mind.
Should be not.
Diving headbutt.
Vicious diving headbutt by Ray Sullivan.
And now Bourne looking to pick up the pieces of Kobayashi.
£250 worth of head.
But I don't think he's realised that Sullivan has got up that ladder.
Sullivan, again for the 3rd time in this match. Ray Sullivan has his hands on that briefcase and is battling with the clasp, and Isaac Thompson, the old enemy. Incredible power by Thompson. Ray Sullivan weighs £250, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Thompson just pushed the ladder over like he was a paper bag.
Oh yeah, of course, I'll say he probably did most of that work compared to Bourne, who assisted there. Thompson with the ladder now, Kobayashi looking at Bourne. Ray Sullivan again getting to his feet.
How is Sullivan even? Again, Sullivan will not stay down. He's been battered, he has been bruised, he has touched that briefcase 3 times tonight, more than anybody in this matchup. And now he's battling with the top of that ladder with his nemesis, Isaac Thompson.
He's toppled Thompson, going for the briefcase for a 4th time.
Kobayashi, what the hell's Kobayashi doing?
He's realised what's going on. He was too busy taking care of Bourne.
The self-proclaimed TV champion is celebrating like he's already won.
He's seen it now.
I mean, Kobayashi isn't quite right, let's be honest.
No, he's somewhat distracted here, it seems.
He's always distracted. He's a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic basket, if you ask me. Kobayashi, the self-proclaimed TV champion, with the club to the back of Ray Sullivan. What a match this has been.
Incredible. Oh, Bourne coming back in the ring, I think, to try and stop Sullivan. Kobayashi cutting him off.
Oh, what a conflict from the compound.
Sullivan again.
Sellout crowd, I've loved every second of this tonight.
Sullivan regained his senses, but Isaac Thompson climbed up the other side of that ladder.
Vicious shots to the ribs.
Oh wait, Sullivan blocked that one.
And again, showing that power and determination, sheer resilience, sheer stubbornness. Now Kobayashi with a cheap shot. Sullivan still holding on to the ladder, still holding on to the briefcase. What does this mean to Ray Sullivan?
Kobayashi can't
What's he willing to put himself through? That was with the 4th or 5th shot Ray Sullivan has took at the top of that ladder. Kobayashi still with those clubs to the back, still Sullivan holds on. Finally lets go of the briefcase. Still holds on to the ladder.
Oh wait, I think he just
kicked him off. Kicked him off him, but Kobayashi recovered quickly and goes right back to him. Sullivan will not die now, and the Bourne's going at him. Both these men.
Finally they removed the ladder.
Finally removed the ladder from Ray Sullivan, who still won't let go. Oh!
What an attempt there from Sullivan, who could very well be out of this match now.
God, Ray Sullivan. You have to feel for the guy after everything he's been through over the last couple of weeks.
My word! Bourne and Kobayashi fighting over the ladder there.
Kobayashi getting the better of that over the rookie. I think he just bust open Bourne.
Kobayashi may have just stolen this.
Kobayashi, the self-proclaimed TV champion, could be one step away from being the new European champion.
Bourne looking to stop him. What speed he had going up that ladder.
Tremendous speed.
Match. Isaac Thompson looking to push him over.
Not messing about as Isaac Thompson.
Can't quite do it. Now Kobayashi's off.
Bourne won that one.
Thompson going. My God. What a match.
Tremendous match. Bourne and Isaac Thompson now battling on the top of that ladder, as you would expect. Isaac Thompson with the size and reach advantage, and the quick right hands gets the better of that. Will Isaac Thompson shock the world? The man who first drew blood of the Reaper. Will he move forward in the European Championship tournament? Ray Sullivan is back to his feet, but has he got time?
He just realised now, I think.
Sullivan needs to get close to Thompson, club to the back. It's not enough, Thompson keeping hold of him. Sullivan needs to do something here.
Another
second shot, that was enough. Thompson lets go of the briefcase. Third one, clubs him down.
Where's he going now?
Where is Sullivan going now?
I think he saw Bourne there. Oh wait,
out of position, Bourne getting out the way. Sullivan went for the spectacular, but perhaps he should have climbed. Now finally he does, but maybe that's just a little bit. Look how quick the Bourne is up that ladder.
Well yeah, I think Sullivan was looking to wait for him at the top, but Bourne with tremendous speed gets in the first shot.
And second and the third.
Into Kobayashi.
Kobayashi, I think, kind of just dodged Sullivan at the last second and showing his own speed. Up that ladder is double quick time, and Bourne and Kobayashi still with something left in the tank.
Thompson and Sullivan
goes right back for his arch nemesis, Ray Sullivan.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Body slam headbutt. Patented Isaac Thompson. Kobayashi
just looked up.
He's still on. Kobayashi! Kobayashi has got the briefcase! The self-proclaimed television champion has shocked the world! And it's 2 matches away, Owen, from being the European Championship.
What a steal that
What
was.
a surprise here tonight.
Maybe painting a championship onto his t-shirt there has helped him. Whatever it was, that was a brutal match. All 4 men, again, so close to getting that shot. But the one that goes through is Kobayashi.
Isaac Thompson came so close again. Ray Sullivan came so close again. The Bone, an incredibly impressive performance considering it was his 3rd match ever. But Kobayashi has surprised the world. The most experienced man in that match, using that experience tonight in a big way and pulling off a tremendous victory. Dallas Rage and Kobayashi move forward.
And we've still got 2 more matches.
We'll find one more man to compete, and then those 3 will go ahead for the European Championship. My word, what a night, Erwin.
And I can only
what a
imagine
conflict.
what we're going to see when that European Championship is on the line.
Well, yes, but you know, we're not quite through yet for the conflict tonight. We still have a great double main event. We're going to see coming up next Selena Figueroa versus Elizabeth Dondelinger and the former women's heavyweight champion Rachel Romey. And get this, Erwin, it's a rage in the cage in the conflict from the compound.
Well, it's going to be one hell of a match, I can only imagine, with these 3 involved.
That's right. I also rhyme. What a match this is going to be. What a conflict this will be. I mean, Rachel Romey, she's got plenty of experience in that steel cage with the MMA background. I mean, Elizabeth Dondelinger, still a rookie here. She has to be the underdog in this match because this lady right here, Selena Figueroa, is a titan of Mexican wrestling. 5'3", 120 pounds from Baltimore, Maryland originally. Selena Figueroa, with her Spanish mixed heritage, very proud of that. Represents both Spain and America with great pride. Selena Figueroa, Mexican veteran, Owen.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that sinister structure lowered a bit further as it comes into play here tonight.
She can make me a fajita anytime she likes. Selena Figueroa, as vicious as she is, beautiful, as athletic as she is, conniving, Selena Figueroa can go with the best of them. But so it must be said, can Elizabeth Dondelinger and Rachel Romey. It has to be also noted that Elizabeth Dondelinger has only ever lost 1 match in E.F.W, Erwin. She has been victorious in every other encounter she's been involved with.
She has
as a singles competitor.
Had a great showing here in the E.F.W. She can go far.
Absolutely. I mean, trained by Kevin Collins and William Regal. Elizabeth Dondelinger standing in at 5'10", 150 from Leeds, England. Tremendous performer in her own right. As British as a cup of tea. And as ruthless as the Empire once was, Elizabeth Dondelinger, the submission specialist, prepared for anything, denoted by her umbrella, is ready for a triple threat tonight. This match just purely for pride. This match, you have to believe the winner of this one, we might get a shot at the winner of Dixon and Slaria down the line.
But yeah, you've got to believe that whoever wins this earns a little, a little remembering later on, as you say, when that contention falls into place.
Well, Rachel Romey, the former women's heavyweight championship, the mixed martial arts background, has to be considered the favourite in this match. Mixed form as of late, it has to be said from Romey, but 5'2", 130 pounds from Glasgow, Scotland. Romey, when she's focused, is absolutely deadly. I know you rate this woman very highly, Erwin. I know you and Blaze have travelled with her from time to time. I mean, what What kind of mindset is Rachel Romy in?
Well, she's not being happy. Not with the way her career's turned out so far. Eager to turn it around. And I believe she might. She's just got to get into that right mindset. And she could do wonderful things in that ring.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rachel Romy is a tremendous athlete in her own right. Is it true her and Blaze are bumping uglies?
Well, I can't comment on that.
So a lot of rumours in the back and on social media that those two are a couple. It's yet to be confirmed by either people. I don't want to be a gossip, I'm just asking, I'm a broadcast journalist. Selena Figueroa and Elizabeth Dondelinger locking up into this matchup. Oh, snap suplex by Dondelinger. First blood in this match goes to the Englishman.
I can assure you we're not going to start a reality show based around their lives. Steel cage surrounding the ring.
Boom, we're getting shouted at their win. Goldman was not happy about that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you never know, if it makes money, Goldman might make one. Dondelinger and that getting shouted at for that as well. Figueroa now battling after the neck breaker.
Figueroa.
Oh, Lufez press. What a brutal matchup night this has been. We've had 2 TLCs, a cage match and a backstage brawl, and our main event is a singles match here.
Well, yeah.
Only an E.F.W.
You'd think that would mean it was a bit less dangerous, but that is not the case. Of course, Sakamo Dixon facing Farrier. 2
of the deadliest women in E.F.W, no doubt about that. They don't need any stipulations to hurt each other. That's their business. What a power bomb by Elizabeth Dondelinger to Rachel Romy. This triple threat steel cage just heating up nicely here between Figueroa, Dondelinger and Romy. Dondelinger's been the aggressor so far, it has to be said. Figueroa well scouted with that, dodging that drop kick and a lariat follow-up kick to the spine by Figueroa. The veteran in this match by a long way, it has to be said. From a wrestling standpoint anyway. Oh, what a backbreaker. Beautiful manoeuvre there by Figueroa. Rachel Romy, always happy to see these fans. The fans always happy to see her. Not overly concerned, it seems, with either Figueroa or Dondelinger as of there. My word.
Bounding out of that corner with the high knees.
Well, this is what I don't understand about Romy Irwin. Oh, Lufez press by Dondelinger. She's got all the gifts in the world, but she just gets distracted sometimes, and it just doesn't help her cause.
Well, however, dodges that one.
In my opinion, she doesn't perform well under pressure. The minute she won that title, she fell to pieces. That's a fact. Dondelinger, now a Figueroa. Oh, what a gut wrench. Northern Lights suplex, beautiful, beautiful manoeuvre.
It is, of course, the reason this is a developmental territory rather than, the big leagues, as it were. She's got that time, she's got that comfort zone, essentially, to try and find herself, at least for a little bit of time.
Well, she'll be finding herself alternative employment if he doesn't book her ideas up soon. Rachel Romy could do with a win here, planning DDT to Selena Figueroa.
However, Dondelinger cutting her off before she could get to her feet.
Yeah, Dondelinger showing that aggressive, mean streak. She's about as vicious as they come, my word, just dragging her head across that steel. Elizabeth Dondelinger showing no quarter here to the former women's champion, Rachel Romy. Oh, corkscrew leg sweep.
Oh, she's not done yet, though. Oh! Just working at those legs. Figueroa taking a break. Dondelinger not allowing it.
Dondelinger with a sunset flip into the pin, but obviously there are no pins.
One, yes, the referee is at ringside.
Is there?
Yes, he's out of camera.
God damn it, Bob.
Of course, it does make it harder to count, but...
Well, our senior official, Bob Turner, in E.F.W, it should be said, keeping well out of harm's way. Mike could be in there. He'd be in the centre of that ring.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Hell in a Cell, definitely, which kind of surprises me.
Rachel Roby and Dondelinger battling it out here.
Romy up to the middle rope.
Who hired Bob Turner? That's what I want to know. He's an absolutely terrible official.
Oh, Dondelinger caught Romy.
What a show of strength from Elizabeth Dondelinger with that body slam right across the ring.
Who of course
And a
has the
scoop
weight
slam
advantage
backbreaker.
over both these women.
Dondelinger on a roll. The old school hurt you style
Chop block.
of Elizabeth Dondelinger. You see it now in the chop block. The submission specialist, Shades of the Nature Boy, amazingly Figueroa back to her feet in relatively quick fashion. Drags Dondelinger off.
Romy going for a pin. Figueroa didn't realise, only a 2.
Well, that was sneaky by Rachel Roby, who's not afraid to cheat to win.
Great ring presence if you ask me.
Rachel
Regardless,
Roby.
not picking up the victory.
Oh,
Dondelinger in trouble. Those kicks. Oh, and one to the face.
Selena Figueroa with those vicious kicks to Dondelinger. Irish whip into the corner by Romy, cutting Figure off halfway through her comeback. Middle rope. Tornado DDT. Classic Rachel Romy.
No, it's Dondelinger up, but does not dodge the clothesline.
My word, what a clothesline by Dondelinger. From the very gates of hell, what a flying lariat that was by Elizabeth Dondelinger with those right hands to the head of Rachel Romy.
And again, Romy showing that she still has some fight left here, but Dondelinger is trying to extinguish that.
Hands down, this is the best I've seen Rachel Romy wrestle in quite some time. She's thrown it all out on the line here.
Oh, Selena Figueroa noticing Dondelinger was going to escape, went for a pin, not quick enough.
Yeah, now Figueroa trying to get over to that wall as quickly as she can, but Dondelinger with incredible speed is over the top, and Dondelinger's won this one, Owen. Dondelinger has just beat Selena Figueroa and the former women's champion Rachel Romy. This is a huge victory for Elizabeth Dondelinger from nowhere. I mean, I thought that match had plenty of life left in it, but Dondelinger stole the opportunity there.
Yeah, I think Selena Figueroa thinking Dondelinger was going to try and rile up the crowd, went for a pin, looked up, saw that her feet were leaving, tried to get there,
and I think
right there, and realised, oh no, sorry, that's a different one.
Yeah, that was the first one when she got dragged off, Figueroa getting to her that time, but I think the second time what happened is just Dondelinger was already too high for Figueroa to grab, and she couldn't unbalance her off the top of the steel cage. But however it happened, ladies and gentlemen, the facts remain. Elizabeth Dondelinger has pulled out an impressive victory here against a Mexican veteran and a former women's champion. The run of Elizabeth Dondelinger,
that looked where she was going to go up onto the turnbuckle, but there she escaped instead. As soon as that foot was on the top rope, Figueroa realised her mistake, and it was all too late.
The sheer speed of Elizabeth Dondelinger over the side of that steel cage after such a brutal matchup was incredibly impressive, and this young lady's incredible run continues.
What a victory.
It has to be only a matter of time before Elizabeth Dondelinger is in that women's title picture.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And of course,
speaking of the women's title, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to bring you our main event tonight, the E.F.W Women's Heavyweight Championship of the World, and for the first time ever we will see a one-on-one versus Sakamoto Dixon versus the women's champion, the fighting champion, Farrier. What a match this could be, Owen.
Oh, this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Sakamoto Dixon climbing her way to the top to face the current champion,
beating her old enemy Riley
Patterson.
Riley Patterson, excuse me, in the process.
What a deflation for the run Riley Patterson was on.
But Dixon did it. Dixon did it fair and square.
Oh, now she earns her shot.
A very first one-on-one shot for the Women's Heavyweight Championship of the World. And it truly is a classic. Shades of our beginnings. E.F.W, when we first came on air, only ever did these type of matches, Erwin.
Oh yeah, just straight up one-on-ones. Before we kind of started to branch out a little here.
And we're going back to our roots tonight.
But I don't think we could cope with any more brutality here tonight.
2 TLCs, a steel cage and a backstage brawl. But we're going back to where it began tonight. Singles match for the Women's Heavyweight Championship. Sakamoto Dixon, 5'9", 135 pounds from Bangkok, Thailand, with undoubtedly the longest entrance in professional wrestling today. Is this the night that Sakamoto Dixon reaches the top of the E.F.W Women's Mountain?
Well, that's it. If you need a bathroom break or a refresh on your drink, now is the time to do it. As the possibly soon-to-be women's champion makes her long and slow way to the ring.
This is all part of the mind games with Sakamoto Dixon, the queen of strong style. Sakamoto Dixon, touted by many to be the future of the women's division. She's had that hype since day one, and she's lived up to it, ladies and gentlemen, at every step of the way. A slow start to her E.F.W career, but after she found her feet, she hit the gas and hasn't looked back.
And it's going to be interesting to see which one ends up becoming the fan favourite in this match.
That's a really good question. Sakamoto Dixon has had a bit of a mixed response as of late. It certainly was not a popular lady when she first came into the E.F.W, but it can't be denied there's been a section of these fans rooting on for Dixon.
But the same could equally be said for Faria. Again, the majority not liked, but there are some that are beginning to appreciate that style in the ring. Both of these with a very unique approach.
Yeah, absolutely, two conflicting, unique approaches. Faria is the queen of mind games. Sakamoto Dixon, hard kicks, hard style. Faria, more high impact. Both women submission specialists. It should be an incredibly interesting conflict tonight. Excuse the pun, at E.F.W tonight. What a main event this could be.
The compound are certainly ready for this. What an exciting night we've had already. Well, day, I suppose. We are in England after all.
Sakamoto Dixon.
I think it's a force of habit calling every time of the day, night.
This could be her shot. This could be her moment. Will the queen of strong style become E.F.W Women's Heavyweight Champion of the world? Well, you've heard the fans. They're booing Dixon. Does this mean Faria's going to be the fan favourite tonight?
Well, you can never tell in the compound. They're very, of course, always a very vocal bunch.
Well, they've been on fire tonight. Have this sellout crowd from our spiritual home here in Liverpool. Her rivalry with Riley Patterson is stuff of E.F.W legend, but tonight she faces the champion, Faria, with her final trademark warm-up stretches. Signifies the end of the longest entrance in E.F.W history.
Although, to be fair, Faria's is quite an extended entrance in its own.
Very true, the zombie style.
Yeah, the zombie walk, as people are referring to it.
Yeah, Faria, E.F.W Women's Champion. How long she been champion for, Erwin? 5'8", 252 pounds from Lisbon, Portugal.
Well, she's held that title for a phenomenal 50 days. Will she make it to 51? Or will Sakamoto Dixon begin her reign?
With that 50-day run, that cements Faria only the second ever as the longest running E.F.W Women's World Champion of all time. There's only been 2 women's champions so far here in E.F.W. Farrier beat Rachel Romey 50 days ago and has had that title ever since. This is at least her 3rd defence of that title. Farrier has been a fighting champion.
Yeah, surprised everyone. I mean, Cynthia Violet coming so close, failing.
Patterson came close.
Exactly, yes, came close and failed. Everyone that has come up against Farrier has surprisingly come short.
Romey in the rematch as well.
Well, yeah, it fell short again.
So again, everyone that Farrier has faced has underestimated this lady. Everyone was surprised when she won the championship. Everyone has gained respect for Farrier for the way she's defended it. It has to be said that was a much more mixed reaction than I was expecting. Perhaps there is a section of these compound faithful in the corner of the current women's champion.
Well, I think we're about to hear.
For the richest prize in women's professional wrestling today, the E.F.W. World Heavyweight Championship. Arguably, I have to say.
Saka getting somewhat of a cheer there, surprisingly.
Yes, she did.
Oh, then come the boos at the end, though.
Dixon bowing to her opponent, showing a sign of respect there to Farrier.
A similar
what a reaction
from Farrier.
Yeah.
This is going to be very down the line. It is so close. It's going to be too close to call, I think, until that 3 count or that submission it is over. We're not going to know. It's going to be one of those matches.
Oh, absolutely. Bob Turner, E.F.W. senior official, holds that women's title above his head.
And the battle begins.
Calls to the bell, here we go. Dixon and Farrier for the women's title. It's on. Oh! First blood goes to Sakamoto Dixon with that knee to the ribs. That Queen of Strong style, using that knee brace early on her when she's been cleared to use it, but it's been a factor in all of Dixon's matches so far.
There's been a big involvement, including that dreaded Shinsaka that she performs.
And the most brutal Shinsakas in the business today. Sakamoto Dixon, Farrier recovering well, showing that resilience with a face buster.
Already back and forth this match. As I said, that's all I expect from this. It's just going to be right down to the line, all the way.
Hard shots and cheap pops. A face buster by Dixon. Irish whip. Oh. Oh my. What a German overhead.
Turned Farrier inside out, and Sakamoto Dixon was happy about that one.
From nowhere, Sakamoto Dixon just completely changed the game, flying lariat over the top rope. What a manoeuvre!
And following her out, of course, Sakamoto Dixon cannot win by countout or disqualification. The favour in that sense falls to Farrier.
That's a really good point, Erwin. Tremendous point. Dixon has to pin or submit the champion to win that title. The liberal E.F.W. 10 count. Stands at 4. Eventually.
Farrier whipped back in now. Sakamoto Dixon not wanting to risk too much time outside.
Oh, yeah, Dixon laser focused as you would expect. Brutal, hard shots to Farrier, nothing fancy.
Farrier just growled and came back.
Yeah, Farrier just absorbing that pain once again and showing that incredible strength.
Oh wait, but Sakamoto fighting back again.
Elbows to the back of the neck by the challenger. Irish whip right back into the corner. Could be looking for high impact here. If she hits this, Farrier's in trouble. Oh, vicious shot just to make sure. To the fallout.
Oh wait.
Oh my words!
We've seen that before, but not often. What a manoeuvre from the middle rope there.
Sakamoto Dixon has been all over Farrier.
Very cocky though.
club that, well, you'd expect that from Dixon, let's be honest. She is incredibly confident of her own abilities. That has been well documented.
If she's not careful, that could very well be the downfall for her in this match. She's got things in control at the moment though. No! Using that brace to the back of the, well, to the top of the spine, sorry. Oh wait, Farrier dodging the kick that time.
Right across the shoulder blades, and Farrier counters beautifully with a Russian leg sweep. The champion's resilience shining through like a beacon of hope. Needs to gain some offense here on Dixon. Irish whip right into the barrier, that'll do it. Oh, club to the back. Farrier now gaining a little bit of momentum. Turn her up to the count of 5. Farrier knows that a count-out victory would retain her the championship. Dixon needs to get back in that ring.
Yeah, I think she's equally aware of that as she breaks free and puts Farrier back into the ring.
Club to the back. Farrier was in no rush there to get them two back into the ring. Farrier will take a victory any way she can get it. Facebuster.
Oh yeah, she must know she's possibly in there against one of her toughest opponents to date.
I think this is no disrespect to the other women that she's faced so far for the E.F.W Women's Heavyweight Championship. Lufez press, but I think tremendous Lufez press by Farrier, but I think Dixon is her hardest challenge today.
Of course, the cocky side of Farrier as well.
Both these ladies have egos a mile long.
It truly does seem to split this crowd down the middle.
Oh.
What a move, just a
knee club. Knee to the spine, club across the chest.
Oh, does not make it with the double axe handle though. Farrier rolling out of the way of that.
Yeah, missed from the top rope, and that's giving Farrier a chance to capitalise. And she does, behind the head of Sakamoto Dixon. 10 shots right into the top turnbuckle. Dixon is reeling.
Dixon could very well be in trouble here. Farrier now looking for a top rope manoeuvre.
If she hits this,
it's called high risk for a reason.
Oh, but she misses.
And that's the reason. Sakamoto Dixon as well.
Well scouted by Dixon.
The way, and this just goes to show you how equally matched these two really are.
Absolutely. Counter to counter, shot to shot, high impact to high impact. Dixon goes for the pin. Is it enough? Turn us down 2. No.
I think that was what, 1.9 there. Possibly only just a 2.
Sakamoto Dixon, the knee across the neck. Sakamoto Dixon looked like she was trying to psych herself up there.
Oh wait, what's she going for here?
Oh, armbreaker, armbreaker. We've seen that before by Dixon. She will focus on the neck and the arm and the head to either lock in that submission or hit that Shinsaka.
Farrier fighting back again though.
And with due respect to Farrier,
Meteora. I thought she was going to follow it up with a pin.
Beautiful knees, double knees.
Possibly too close to the ropes for that. Cutting off Saka, getting back to her feet. Snapmare again. Oh, and a vicious knee. Oh wait, we've seen this before. Very old school submission.
Yeah, we've seen this double axe handle neck wrench, really. Just using Dixon's own arms as pressure across her neck, as that knee into the spine. Incredibly painful submission maneuver by Farrier. Dixon counters though the slam into an inverted DDT of her own, showing that incredible ring presence.
Going for a pin again. 1. Definitely a 2 that time, but still a kick out.
Kick out after 2. This has been back and forth, and it's still too close to call.
Oh, most definitely. Don't count Farrier out just because she hasn't made a pin.
Wait a minute.
I think just taunting. Thought she was setting up a Shinsaka.
Teasing the Shinsaka there. Sakamoto Dixon, if she hits that manoeuvre, this one is over. Due respect to Farrier, no one kicks out of the Shinsaka.
Of course, Farrier's got her own weapons in her arsenal.
Oh my word,
knees
double
to the
knees.
gut.
Hit that one. That one connected. Farrier is in trouble now.
Definitely in trouble now. Oh wait, blocks a suplex. Suplex of her own.
Tremendous block. Of course you can see the pain in the ribs. And Farrier's there clutching her abdomen, fighting through the pain, absorbing that pain. Her pain threshold is incredible, Farrier's.
Sakamoto Dixon there breaking out.
Oh,
The grapple.
she can suck it up and keep going. Never seen anything quite like Farrier. She is truly unique.
Oh, hang on.
Oh my word.
And this could be where we see
Facebuster
a
suplex.
new E.F.W Women's Champion. However, Sakamoto Dixon is knocked through.
Too close to the
Farrier.
ropes, Erwin. She was too close to the ropes for the pin. Knee to the head.
Yeah, perhaps noticed that. Oh, but maybe she doesn't care.
Oh, wait a minute. Shit, Saka! She's been teasing it all match.
Well, she might have it.
That could be all. It's all there. Sakamoto
Dixon.
Dixon.
My word. Ends the reign of Farrier. With that dreaded Shinsaka, and the reign of Sakamoto Dixon begins.
What a match. What a main event. Sakamoto Dixon just a little bit quicker. Wanted it a little bit more. 50 days will not become 51 for Farrier tonight.
What a valiant attempt.
Incredible attempt. Valiant effort by Farrier, who fought her tooth and nail every step of the way. But that Shinsaka, that emphatic Shinsaka.
Well, that called an end to this match very quickly.
We have a new women's champion here in the E.F.W. And Dixon's dominance starts tonight. What a victory for the Queen of Strong Style. She's
What
got
a
the
match.
goal to prove it. What a conflict.
Just as I said it was going to be back and forth, it certainly was. But right at the end there, Sakamoto Dixon managing to pull out ahead and gain a championship.
Tremendous night. Thank you all for joining us at Conflict. Good night.